Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Alpa Sharma and we're going to be doing reading comprehension revision for SLAT 2023 today. I hope everyone can hear and see me very clearly. I am clearly audible, visible to everyone watching me live. Slot 1 of SLAT is already done, and taking cues from the slot 1, we're going to do some revision and questions and practice on slot 2. So make sure you keep attending the session till the end so that you are benefited the most out of it. Let's have a look at the agenda of the session very quickly. Give me a second, guys. So what are we going to be doing in the session today? The agenda is that because the SLAT slot 1 is already done and some people are yet to sit for SLAT in slot 2, we are going to be taking cues from slot 1. We'll understand the pattern of questions that came in slot 1, and according to the pattern that emerged in slot 1, the similar pattern has been followed in creating today's set of questions. So we are going to be solving them simultaneously in the class. Hi Swati, good evening. So the agenda is that we solve passages based on SLAT slot 1. So before I begin with it, a few things that I'd like to tell you. If you are somebody who's targeting CLAT 2024, I am going to be taking a workshop on 21st of May, 6 p.m. It's a free workshop where we're going to be talking about what should your strategy be so that you can clear CLAT in one attempt and get into your dream NLU. And don't miss out on that. Also, if you're targeting CLAT 2024, we've launched a comprehensive program for you. If you wish to know more about the program, here is the number of our counselors. You can call them to know more about the details. And please share tips and tricks also to solve the passage even quicker. Yes, I would do that. Yes. Okay, by the time I come to the tips and tricks from my side, what is the technique that you use? I'd like to know that so that I can make suggestions accordingly. Okay, because since you're not one of the students who comes to my class, I actually don't know the technique you use. I'd like to know that beforehand, and then I would follow with the suggestions on my own. We have a scholarship test happening on 14th of May, 11 a.m. Again, if you wish to enroll yourself for a program, make sure you sit for the scholarship at least. Sit for the scholarship with thousands of discount, and then you can enroll yourself for our batches. That's the number, of our counselors. If you wish to know more about the program and for the test, you need to register yourself beforehand. And what should be the average time we should be giving to this section? See, since the number of questions are barely like 15, we don't need to give it a lot of time. I think at max 15 minutes for this section. Rather, 12 is something that I would highly recommend. In 12 minutes, you could easily do this section. Lesser than 15 because the pattern of questions that have emerged in slot 1 were very factual. They were so easy. You know, while I saw the paper, the memory-based paper, I did not read any of the passages. I merely looked at the questions and I found the answers in the passage because they were so factually written in one line or the other. Okay. So, Mandar, that's my answer here. So everyone, before I show you the first passage, a few recommendations because Lord did not answer my question that I asked him. I'm going to be answering the question he asked me. The tips and tricks that I recommend for SLAT before you sit for the English section. Remember, the questions are pretty factual. They are written directly in one line or the other. Don't waste your time by reading the entire passage and trying to understand every detail that's there. If there's one question that you're probably stuck with, you can leave that question, but you can move ahead faster, sparing time for logical reasoning, critical reasoning, and legal reasoning. Because these are the sections comparatively that would take more time. So always read the questions before the passage while you sit for the actual examination. I can't make you do that here because my questions are followed by answers. But when you get a paper in your hand, always look at the questions, look at the kind of questions, see exactly what is the examiner asking, go back into the passage, find that line where the answer is hidden, and there you go. Okay, so that I think is absolutely the technique you should be following for SLAT. So everyone, let's try to apply some things that we've learned over the last few classes. My first passage Here comes the first page. Read the page and send me a done. That will be followed by 5 questions for each passage. Passage number 1. Read this and send me a done. Yes, Swati. That's how assumptions are made. We assume the same thing. Yes, I agree with you. Hi, everyone. Please read the page and send me a done. Let's move to page number 2, everyone. Hi, everyone. Please read the page. That's page number 2. Page number 3, everyone. Are we done, everyone? Okay. Hi. Hi. Good evening. That was the last page. Now, see, remember the kind of questions that I've created on this passage is similar to the kind of questions I saw in slot one. We had a couple of main idea questions, and most of the other questions were either vocabulary based or factual questions. That's exactly what I followed in the passages that I've brought for you today. The first question here, everyone, is the main theme of the passage, a quintessential question for almost every law entrance exam. What do you think is the correct answer as a main idea of the passage? Be very careful while you answer this. You'll have to find that playlist on the channel. I can't do that in the middle of the class. Okay, so Kundan says C. Others? C. C. Shabash. None of you are correct. The correct answer is not C. Think again. Don't use your gut feeling while you answer questions. What did I teach you? If you remember any of my classes previously held where I discussed the main idea, and have had plenty of classes on main idea. Remember, answer this question. Is the entire passage written to discuss how, give me a second. Is the entire passage written to discuss how monetization is basically, is monetization being discussed across the passage? What is that we see as the thematic highlight? Monetization of the wastewater? Is that what's the thematic highlight? The last paragraph doesn't talk about that. Socho, I'll take you back. Again, let's have a recap of the classes I've had with you on main idea. मैंने आपको क्या बताया था? First paragraph, last paragraph, they play a very important role in your ability to identify the main idea. Last paragraph किसकी बात कर रहा है? Monetization की? Is it doing? No, it isn't. First paragraph देखो किसकी बात कर रहा है? I'll take you back. ऐसी गलती आप नहीं कर सकते स्पेसिफिकली इतने आसान पेपर में. First paragraph. Please combine both the paragraphs and then we shall discuss the answer. Now let's go back. फिर से देखिए ऑप्शंस. आंसर बताइए मुझे. Yes, Neha, we have one more after this. A. The correct answer is D. Now let's discuss why. Option C, B says C. Most of you marked C in the initial round. The National Mission for Clean Ganga is the theme of the passage, but the last paragraph focuses on the challenges. In fact, the second last paragraph also. Let's focus on that. So there are classifications that we do, but our country doesn't have any such classification. Okay, हम classification नहीं करते हैं. We rarely treat the waste. It just mixes with rainwater and it has no standards at all. So it's criticism. Okay. Now let's come to C. Monetize करने के लिए efforts कर रही है government, ठीक है. लेकिन यहाँ जब तक आप स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन की बात नहीं करोगे, जो आपके पैराग्राफ का क्लोजर है, आपके पैराग्राफ का कंक्लूजन है, इट कैन नॉट बी योर करेक्ट आंसर. सी एलिमिनेटेड. अब ए और डी में कंपेयर करते हैं. ए सेज द एनालिसिस ऑफ स्लज इन इंडियन सूवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लान्स फॉर पोटेंशियल रीयूज. क्या पूरा पैसेज सिर्फ एनालिसिस की बात कर रहा है? आंसर दिस यस और नो. No, since the entire passage is not talking of only the analysis, but the struggle and the issue of establishment of standards while we deal with the sludge management is the entire gist of the passage, the thematic highlight of the passage, and that's why a D. Next question, easier than this one. मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड फ्लैगशिप. अब फ्लैगशिप एक बहुत आसान वर्ड है. इफ यू बीन रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स रेगुलरली ये वर्ड आपको पता होगा. फिर भी मैं आपको पैसेज में एक बार लेके जाती हूँ. I'll show you where flagship is written. हम contextual meaning निकालेंगे हमेशा. Okay, so here is flagship. I'll take you back. Here you go. Read the line. Okay, so it says an emerging initiative of the National Mission for Clean Ganga, a flagship program of the government. That's the central government right now. Okay, देखते हैं flagship क्या होता है. Answer. Meaning of flagship. Flagship store, flagship program. नहीं सुना कभी वर्ड? फ्लैगशिप स्टोर्स होते हैं, फ्लैगशिप प्रोग्राम होते हैं लोगों के. ऑल रैंडम गेसेस. फ्लैगशिप एक मेन सबसे प्राइम प्रोडक्ट होता है जो सबसे ज्यादा पॉपुलर होता है आपका. मेरा फ्लैगशिप अगर कोई स्टोर है तो वो स्टोर मेरा सबसे पॉपुलर, मेरा सबसे प्राइम स्टोर है जो मेरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एक फेस वैल्यू इंक्रीज करेगा. सी इज व्हाट फ्लैगशिप मींस. सी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which of the following is the key objectives of Earth Ganga initiative? ये quintessential slot 1 type question है. अर्थ गंगा वाली लाइन पे पर फिर से जाते हैं, कंफर्म करते हैं हमको क्या निकालना है. की ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ अर्थ गंगा इनिशिएटिव. ठीक है, तो देखते हैं की ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है. Here is the line for अर्थ गंगा. पढ़िए, इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है वो निकालते हैं. ओके, okay. I hope you've read the line, everyone. Let's move ahead. Here you go. The key objective of the Earth Ganga initiative, what is it? Develop advanced treatment facilities for polluted water, establish standards for classifying sludge, incentivize private players to treat and dispose sludge, or derive economic value from river rejuvenation. Answer. Hi Nidhi, please answer the question. That is. Dhananjay, I remember while we were solving the passage, you had already pointed it out in the beginning. And I knew you would get this correct. That is D. ये clearly उस लाइन में लिखा हुआ था कि वो monetization पे काम कर रही है. ये जो प्रोजेक्ट है पूरा अर्थ गंगा, ये इस रिवर रिजुविनेशन को मोनेटाइज करने पे फोकस करती है. हाउ डू दे मोनेटाइज इट? बाय ट्रीटिंग द वेस्ट वाटर एंड स्लज. एक लाइन में ये आंसर लिखा हुआ था. डी आपका क्लियर आंसर है. Next question. Why is it necessary to analyze the sludge from Eden sewage treatment plant? अब अगर आपने पैसेज ध्यान से पढ़ा ना तो इसके लिए आपको रेफर बैक करने का there's no need to go back to the passage. You know, recollect your conscience, recollect the data that you've read in the passage and try to choose an answer here without referring back, because the more you refer back, the more time you would waste. Find the answer here. Remember type A, type B, classification, analysis of the sludge. नो निधि, एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. आपके पास बहुत टाइम है बच्चे अभी. You have a lot of time. You can still make it. बस थोड़ी कंसिस्टेंसी चाहिए, थोड़ी गाइडेंस चाहिए. You can do it. B, absolutely everyone has got that correct. देखो ट्रीटमेंट कैसे करना है. टाइप ए जो इतना हार्मफुल नहीं है, टाइप बी जो थोड़ा हार्मफुल है, उसको ट्रीट कैसे करना है, इसको डिस्पोज कैसे करना है, वो पता करने के लिए एनालिसिस करना जरूरी है, क्लासिफिकेशन करना जरूरी है. सो बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Based on the information in the passage, what can be inferred about the current disposal practices? हम ये discuss कर चुके हैं while we were discussing the main idea. What is the current situation of the disposal practices? The last paragraph. Try to recollect it and answer this. It has successfully addressed. नहीं बच्चे, लास्ट पूरा पैराग्राफ तो नेगेटिव था. नहीं याद आ रहा? आई विल टेक यू बैक. हियर यू गो. जहां हाउएवर आता है ना, प्लीज उस पैराग्राफ पे बहुत ध्यान दिया कीजिए. ओके. इट सेज नो, दिस नो ट्रीटमेंट एट ऑल. स्लज का कोई ट्रीटमेंट ही नहीं है, वो रेन वाटर के साथ मिक्स होके बस बह जाता है, कोई ट्रीटमेंट है नहीं. अब आगे देखते हैं आंसर. Yeah. So it is not treated at all. There's no proper management. That's the state of affairs in our country. जिसको improve करना जरूरी है. ये एक suggestion की तरह आता है from the author. And that's why some of you answered A. You're absolutely right. It is A. Now, this question marks an end of the first passage. I am now going to be moving to the second passage, which is easier as compared to the first one. Are you ready for that, everyone? एक बार yes मुझे send कर दो. And while you send me a yes, एक बार why don't you hit the like button? Do me this little favor. Making questions is not an easy task. I'm sure you know that. Please hit the like button. I should see the count going up. I should see a yes from all of you so that I can move on to passage number 2. Waiting, waiting, waiting. My like count doesn't go up. It did not go up yet. Ah, here it did. 1 like. Oh, thanklessness. Why? Passage number 2. Here you go. Read the page and send me then. There could be, if you ask me for a chance, there is a chance, but the chance is very rare, I believe, as far as my experience tells me. Uh, I did not receive the doubt yet, Dhananjay. When did you post it? Page number 2, everyone. Please do that, Dhananjay. Next page. I did not get your question, Dhananjay. I did not understand it. What is the extension that you're referring to? Done? Question number 1, everyone. What is the main theme of the passage regarding cybercrime and Bluetooth security precaution? Madam, D, Cherry, okay, B, D, D. एक बात बताओ, is the whole passage focusing on blue bugging? Yes or no? If it is, then what should your answer be? Is the entire passage focusing on blue bugging? Neha, you got that right, my child. The entire passage is talking of blue bugging, which uses Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, it hacks the device. That's written only in A. A is our correct answer. So Bluetooth, a subset of blue bugging. Wi-Fi also a subset of blue bugging. Consequence also a subset of blue bugging. Everything else is a subset. And that's why A is our correct answer. Blue bugging is the main theme. On that note, what exactly was blue bugging as per the context of the passage, if you remember it? I would still take you back if you do not remember it. I'll show you where blue bugging was written. Okay? चलो आगे चलते हैं ब्लू बगिंग का आंसर निकालते हैं मीनिंग ऑफ ब्लू बगिंग What is the term blue bugging referred to in the context of the passage? It's A. It is. Absolutely. It is A. It uses your Bluetooth discoverable device to gain unauthorized access to the device that you're using and thus hacking it. It's A. Next question. Tone of the passage. Concerned, informative, advising or cautious? ये आसान है. Yes, it's not advising, it's concerning. Of course, there's advice in the passage as well. Sorry, it's not concerning, it's cautious. I think it's D. Explain करते हैं कैसे. देखो पैसेज में कंसर्न है अबाउट ब्लू बागिंग. एडवाइस से आप कैसे अवॉइड कर सकते हो ब्लू बागिंग. इंफॉर्मेशन है ब्लू बागिंग क्या करता है. बट इवेंचुअली पूरा पैसेज किस इंटेंशन के साथ लिखा गया है विल हेल्प यू आंसर दिस पैसेज. द इंटायर पैसेज हैज बीन रिटन विद दिस इंटेंशन दैट this speaker, I think she is the superintendent of police. Let me just check her designation. It's to mention this specific police. Yes, she is the superintendent of police. It's about what she is referring to. She's talking about blue bugging, and the entire passage, her conversation has been written to make people cautious about how blue bugging can meddle with the devices, hack their devices, and why you need to be more cautious about that, how you can save yourself. Ultimately, the passage is about that superintendent of police, okay? And here it is. The superintendent of police is asking you to be cautious, not to keep your device undiscoverable. Okay, so D is our correct answer here. Next question. What specific idea is emphasized in the passage regarding Bluetooth security and cybercrime? बड़ा आसान question है. There are very easy options. No, Neha. The author has written someone else's words, but also has given a few pointers from his own side. So, no, not completely informative. D, D, D. Everyone says D. It is D. Yes. It's not effective. It's not being careless. It's about how public Wi-Fi networks could facilitate cyber crime activities. So D, correct. And here comes a class to an end. If you wish to prepare for CLAT 2024, this is our program. Our counselors will let you know more about that. But we have a scholarship test coming up right away. Make sure you sit for the scholarship test and then you can enroll yourself for our program. And if you were confused about your strategy for CLAT 2024, I'm going to be coming live with a workshop on 21st of May, 6 p.m. Do not miss out on this session. We'll talk about how you can reserve a seat for yourself in your dream Manilyu. Make sure you do not leave the class without hitting the like button. You have to hit the like button. You have to share the class with your friends. You have to subscribe to our channel. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and our app on Google Play. The link of each is there under my video in the description box. And all the best for slot 2, everyone. Do very, very well. Remember what I taught you, and I'm sure you're going to make me proud. All the best, everyone. Have a very good evening.